Hello and welcome to Creativity TV. On today's show we are joined by the fabulous Becky James. Hi Becky.
Hi Emma.
Now what are you going to be showing us today?
Well, today we're going to be showing you some different ways with the Happy Days bottle top embellishments.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Absolutely.
Should we make a start?
The bottle tops come like this. They are lovely, they've got a lovely depth, and they actually come with these lovely thick embossing pads, so you can stick them straight onto your projects for dimension.
Oh,
but what we're going to do is we're going to squash them and then we're going to look at some different ways that you can embellish them to get a different look for your projects.
Wow.
Okay.
So when you say squash them, how are you going to squash them?
We're going to use our Big Shot machine to do that.
No way.
So it's such an easy technique to do as well. So I've got a Big Shot here.
Right.
And what I'm actually going to do is, if you use the top tab, they will squash far too much. So what you want to do is actually use the tab that you would normally use for embossing, tab 1.
Right, okay.
And I'm just going to make a sandwich like I normally would with die cutting or embossing. So I'm going to put one plate down, and then you just take your bottle top and you literally put that on the top and you roll it through.
Wow.
And as it rolls through, you just get a little feeling of it going through. And then if I just keep going.
I never knew you could put your bottle tops through a die cut machine.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, they're lovely and squashed, and they're a little bit flatter if you want something a bit flatter. Now obviously you can use them like this, you can sand them down, you can paint them and ink them and that sort of thing, but what we're actually going to do is use this recess in the centre on the other side, and we're going to use different ways to decorate them.
Right, okay.
The first thing I'm going to do is make some really, really glittery, glitzy centerpieces for your designs, and I've actually used them on my design to make a lovely centerpiece for some big bloomer flowers.
Right,
on the
okay.
card.
So you've used these on this card
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. And as you can see, it gives a really nice blingy kind of design. But also, I'm going to show you how, by adding some gloss over the top as well, it really brings out the sparkle in them. So all I'm doing is I'm taking Papermania adhesive gems to start off with, and I'm just going to take these, and you just start filling in the centerpiece of your bottle top. Not going to do anything else with them other than this. Now obviously with all the colours that are available, you can go wild with these. You can make them really bright and vivid.
These would look amazing if they were the black and white gemstones.
Absolutely. Or lovely with the adhesive pearl effect as well, would look really nice as well. That'd be a bit different. So you just keep basically filling it in, and I've already done that with one of these.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a bit of scrap paper here and pop this underneath, because I'm now going to add some gloss over the top, and I like to put some paper underneath so it doesn't sort of go all over my surface. So I'm using Anita's clear gloss here, and basically all I'm going to do is drizzle this right over the top. Now you've got a lovely sort of glittery look anyway, but when you put this on, it fills in all the gaps, so that you get a really uniform look to it, and also it really makes it sparkle. Now let me just move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just drizzling the gloss over the top, and I've always got pins to the side of me when I'm doing this as well, just in case I get a little bubble so I can prick it.
And how long will this take to dry?
It takes around about 4 hours to dry, but in all honesty, so that it really dries well, what I tend to do is leave it overnight.
Right, okay.
Because as you can see, it starts off quite milky in look, and then it dries clear.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pop that one to one side, and then if I just pick this one up, and you can just see that it's really beautifully glossy and shiny, and I think it almost adds something to the gems that isn't there to start off with. So that's one way that we can decorate these. So the next way that I'm actually going to decorate the bottle tops is as I've used them on the Christmas card that's at the front, and we're actually going to use these with papers.
So on this one,
and here I've actually used them to make almost like tiny little decorated baubles.
This is fabulous. Okay.
And these are really easy to do. What I've found when I've squashed them is that the perfect size for the centerpiece is actually a 2p piece. So I've used that as my template to cut out some centerpieces. So what I'm going to do is I've got my little circle here. This is what's going to go in the centre, and I've just added a little bit of hand-drawn detail around the outside so it doesn't look plain.
Yeah.
I'm going to get glue dots, and I'm just going to put those over the top. Now again, I've got scrap paper underneath because the glue dots go around the edges, and this is why I like these for unusual shapes, because they actually go right to the edge without you having to cut tiny little bits of double-sided tape and that sort of thing. Now I'm going to pop that in there, and then I'm going to just, with my nail, ease it inside so it's really fully
nice
stuck
and secure.
down. Yeah, really well stuck down there. And then all I'm going to do is, I've got a little bit of 3D foam here. I'm going to cut a little bit off. This is really how simple this is. On the card that I've done, I've actually added a little Christmas tree as well, which I've kind of handmade myself, just with a little triangle.
So you could just add any kind of detail in these, couldn't you?
You could, absolutely. I mean, if you wanted to, you could make little scenes, you know, like little snow scenes. If it was the dark blue or dark blue sky and white snow, and just put a little tree on, that sort of thing, you could do that. So that's technique number 2. And then technique number 3 is one with real texture. And I love this, it's so easy to do. And it's the one that's on the caterpillar card.
Right, so that is this one, which looks so much fun.
It is. I think this one's fabulous for children, isn't it?
This actually makes these make me want to eat them. They look like little
they
sweeties.
They do, don't they? You could put them, I was thinking about putting them on lollipops or lollipop sticks or something like that. You could do, couldn't you? They're really great, but they're great fun. And for this, I've used the cousin seed beads, which is why you've got all the choice of colours, these really bright, vivid colours.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, what I need to do with this is, again, I'm taking my liquid gloss and I'm just going to pop a little layer of it along the bottom of the recess of the bottle top. And then I've got the seed beads here, and all I'm going to do is just drizzle them into the centre. And you just keep going until it's nicely filled up. And some of the seed bead packs, the cousin seed bead packs as well, they do have the little sort of long beads in them, and they tend to give a bit of extra texture as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Move it around. If you want to, you can leave that to dry, but it's very easy. All you need to do is, again, like I did with the adhesive gems, I just pop another layer around the outside of the gloss. Just drizzle it over the beads. And again, make sure you've got some spare paper underneath, because just if a little bit of this escapes over the side of the bottle top.
Yeah, it's not going to leave like a residue on your mat then.
Absolutely, and I'll just get rid of those spare beads there. And then again, you just leave that to dry, and you've got the finished article like it is on the card.
Here.
Yeah. And all those lovely bright colours. And the thing about the liquid gloss as well is it gives it a beautiful shine.
Yeah. Remember, you can get hold of the step-by-steps to have a go at making these beautiful bottle top embellishments for your projects right here in the Creativity Club. And if you have a go at making them, do take a photo and send them to me at tv@docrafts.com. And for now, happy crafting.